Hey guys, I just want to make I don't know, like quick a little update video. I've been busy as hell, just doing stuff. I've been busy here, been busy there, just doing kind of a little bit of everything. I recently have been slacking on YouTube, and that's my bad. Truthfully, I'm not gonna make up an excuse or say, oh, this reason or that reason. What it is I have been busy, like kind of in myself, like experimenting, like in beliefs and such. And I recently found God, and I'm happy for that. I know some people are like, oh, this thing and that thing, but it sounds, just the idea of it was kind of bamboozling at first, and I was like, maybe, maybe not. So I jumped into it. I was like, head first, why not? Let's take chances. That's what I like doing with everything. I've liked it. My buddy Casey, I showed him a bunch of the stuff I'd been through and told him a bunch of stuff I went through over in my life. And he's like, come to church. And I was like, absolutely. I was like, why not? Now, the first day, I almost just straight up said, I might just blow him off. Because I was like, I didn't want to. It felt nervous. Because every other church experience I've ever had, I would go there and they kind of push it and push it and push it. But he didn't. It was more like a comforting friend or like a guiding uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy just sitting there in the side trying to help you out he didn't have ulterior motive. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I went in and I've talked for hours and hours with him and Josh, in which Josh is the preacher, for people knowing. And I talked to these guys, and I was like, oh, I can get behind this. And the reason I'm talking so fast, I'm excited. I just got baptized about 2 hours ago. It's 2:08 now. It's about 12:50 or so. So about an hour, almost an hour and a half. I'm really excited because of that. Like, I was like, this is something I never thought I could achieve, because I've really struggled with certain aspects of religion. Because some of them would say you work here, you do this, you gotta do that, a backflip and a split in less than 20 minutes. It's like just odd stuff, And I got behind this one because it explained everything, and it was like real world problems, not like, oh, well, God said so, so that's it. But they explained things in a way to, oh my gosh, dude, I absolutely loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. And there's some times where I would stay up because I couldn't sleep because I wanted to go to church. It was weird. It was like an addiction kind of, but not. And I've gone in, I jumped in, and I was like, I'm really excited to do this. I really want to do this. I want to be a part of this because this is something I believe in. And today, where I went and got baptized, the water was so cold. Like, it was ice cold. But me and Josh goes in there. Josh explains what's gonna happen. I'm like, I got you. I'm ready to let's get this. Kind of in my mind. But outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm horrified. Just like anxiety's taking over. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this is great. This is great. This is great. And I go in and I'm talking to Josh, and Josh is like, this is the coldest water possible. And Casey and Josh, they explain what we're doing. I'm like, okay, so. I can't remember. I don't know the exact words. I don't want to recite it because I don't want to get it wrong. But essentially, I put a handkerchief over my nose to make sure no water shot up. I grabbed my hand on my wrist, covered my nose with the handkerchief, and I went down and back up. And it was weird. Instead of like, because when I went down, there was so much anxiety and like pressure and power on my chest and in my mind. I was like, this is screwing up. In my mind, I was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Kept going and whirling through my mind, and I was like, I can't do that. This feels wrong, because my biggest issue, I have no idea what it is. I know I have stuff like ADHD. I've never gone to a doctor, but not like self-prescribed stuff. But it's like, I just show extreme symptoms. Like, even in the last 4 minutes, I've just, gunned through it. And that's just not what I like doing. I like talking, but at the same time, it's like there's dips in between. But in sitting there, and we discussed everything, went in, get to this moment, and there's so much on my mind. So much I want to say, so much I want to do. And I hit the water. Face goes under. And when I rise, it's like I rose a completely different person. It was so weird to me. Like it wasn't me being mad. It wasn't me being sad. It was peaceful. Like the greatest feeling I think I've ever had as a human. I was just like, this was awesome. Like, I was like, dunk me again in my mind, but then I was like, oh, this is so cold, And I was like, I was so happy because when I came back up, instead of them being like, oh, well, this is that or that's that, I come back up to like a roaring applause, and I'm like, what's going on, and they were all like, welcome to like the church family, and I was like, that's awesome. So my thing is, I like, don't get me wrong, I love making videos, I love it so much. Editing sometimes can be a drag, and sometimes I don't have the motivation to do it, but I really enjoy what I'm doing. I really hope that I can push this far enough to where I can enjoy this and consistently keep up with it. But there's so much going on. I got job, obviously. My job does it. I work at Little Caesars, which doesn't sound like much, but I'm working about 36, 40 hours a week. Then I got church on Sundays, which doesn't sound like much. Again, I got bills I gotta pay, I got stuff like that, so I pick up extra shifts. I do a little bit on the side here and there. Usually I'm not at my house. I'm out doing things with my family because I like spending time with them a little bit more than I like going and just recording. And then there's sometimes where I'm just with my girlfriend and we're just hanging out and having fun and doing stuff. And I don't know, man. The last 3.5, 4 months have been like the most eventful time of my entire life. I turned 17 on May 15th. Okay, I have 1 year. I've been telling myself for 3 years, you've got till you're 18 to do something with this, or just give it up. And in my mind, I'm still with that goal. Not like quit it, but I'm down to put all my absolute all into this. If I absolutely can, I will do it. And I will love it. Like, I'm going to completely put everything I'm saying uncut straight onto a video, because that's what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do, is go in and I want to record and I want to post this, because I want everybody to know I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I absolutely appreciate it. Even if you sit and watch this for 3 seconds, if you made it this far, I'm happy. I'm trying, man. Like, I want to give everybody as much as I absolutely can. But I also was just in the hospital, like, I want to say it was like May 12th, May 9th, maybe. The fatty tissue, while on my intestine, my stomach, and my colon were essentially like tearing and ripping my organs. And I had to go to the hospital. And they looked at it and they're like, we don't need surgery, but if this pursues on, you could, die. And I was like, at 17 or 16 at that time, hearing you could die, it just hit me like a truck. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I say to that? What do I do to that? What do I process with this information? How do I go back and react to this? And what's going in my mind is I'm like, that is the closest I have ever realistically been to death, in my opinion. Just right there. And I was horrified. But at the same time, I was in peace. Because it was just so much at one point. And I was like, I'm going to church and I'm trying this. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not saved. I am horrified at the idea that I could say I'm not saved, and there's a possibility that if I were to die and not being saved, it would lead to hell. And that kills me, because I know some people agree with, some people don't. Some people are like, well, it's this, some people are that. I've heard God called 100 names, from things that are blasphemous to nicknames to just God. And the truth of it is, the truth of what I've found is that it's a very comforting thing. It is a very comforting reality and experience for me, and I truly believe in it. I have passion within it. My issue is I can't stay on topic with things. I like talking, I like jumping, and that's what I like doing. But if y'all stick with me, y'all give me the time of day to post irregularly, I'll try and post as much as I can, but at the same time, instead of making a schedule, because I tried doing that, I'm awful at it, I want to just hit it time at time. Like, at least one video a week, but I prefer to make like 3 a week. I have so many projects I want to do. I have so much stuff I want to do. Not because it's popular, not because it's got views coming in, but because I want to do it. And if y'all want to see it, let me know. You got any recommendations? I know I said I'd do Sons of the Forest forever ago, and I apologize to the guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't know how he feels on it. But I apologize to that guy because I told him I'd do it, and I just immediately went into debt. It was a complete catastrophe. I couldn't do anything about it, so I apologize about that. But I have full intent on playing that game, simply because this man asked me and requested it, and that's what I plan on doing. I'm wanting to do The Last of Us Part 2 and finish it, because I absolutely was in love with the first game. I'm wanting to finish the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted thing, and the second that's done, hopping on to the sequel that's about to come out. The fact that a trailer came out just blew my mind, because I know everybody's like, oh, what's this and that, but everybody has a contracting feeling to one thing as to another. People like to go in and go out. That's how it is. But I love this series because it's like horror. And the idea of analog horror and this just mixing, perfect to me. Like the Mandela catalog, I absolutely am in love with it. But my issue is when I play horror games, I'm a puss, dude. Like, I hate being scared, but I love it at the same time. Like, horror movies, love them. Playing video games in virtual reality or something like that, that bothers me because the horror aspect, I'm like, I can't get away from. I can't throw the headset, but my immediate reaction is push away. But that's the point. So I don't know. All I know is this video is getting like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I don't know. I love you guys. Truthfully, thank you again, every view. I'm very appreciative of it. I just want to let y'all know what's going on, a little update, and y'all hang out with me, y'all will chill with me. I hope I can have a long and fruitful career, or at least a hobby within YouTube, and if I can achieve that and I can be happy with it, then I can make people laugh. That's all I want, is for somebody to laugh, you know, enjoy what I'm doing. Y'all will enjoy it, and I enjoy it the way I do. I'm down to do it forever. Either way, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Peace.